What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at a brand new 2023 Kia Niro EV. This is a wind trim level. MSRP is around $47,500. So let's go ahead and take a look at what is going to power this vehicle. It's finished off in snow white, has a pretty cool two-tone design all throughout it. And as mentioned, this is a fully electric vehicle. It is cool though how you do get just a little bit of storage up in front. However, this vehicle is front-wheel drive, packing 201 horsepower with 188 pound-feet of torque, and you're going to expect around 253 miles on one charge. If we take a look at the styling right up in the front, you're going to get that charge port right here. You can see a charge indicator, and then these two are going to open up for different types of plugs. So pretty convenient design for sure. And then if we look at the overall styling, I really like how you see the gloss black along with this gray color all throughout the front. You get that Kia name, and this kind of looks like the new Kia's grille. So pretty cool way they've integrated that. Really cool set of LED headlights, and I love the DRL, which is super unique looking. And I just love how the silver fades its way all the way into the front bumper. You're going to see a massive piece right here of this gloss black in a really cool design. Parking sensors, fog lights, and then a safety sensor along with an opening down below for some cooling. So it has a pretty cool overall exterior design from the front. I like the little lines you're going to see around the hood. And then as you make our way to the side profile, all that silver makes its way around the front fender. You can see these fender flares, which are really cool. 17-inch wheel with the gloss black along with this diamond cut and machined silver. Then you can see the silver trim piece making its way all the way through the side. There's just one sharp body line going through the side profile, and then you get a two-tone color for the door handles, and then a nice C shape for the LED turn signals. You can see some silver and black trim throughout the windows, and this cool piece back here looks really unique. Basically a nice side blade. You can also see the roof rails up top. We get a sunroof up there as well, a few sharp lines along with your shark fin antenna, and the overall side proportion. It's a good looking car. I think it's got good proportions. It's not too small, not too big, and overall has a pretty funky look. You can see all that silver fading its way towards the rear bumper as well. Get some lights down below that, more of the silver and black. Then a pretty clean design for this liftgate. And I like how integrated the LED taillights are. They kind of match what you saw on the side mirrors as well. You got your badge on the left side for Niro. And overall, it's a pretty cool looking vehicle. Taking a look at some storage, we can just press the button once. It's gonna automatically lift open. And you have a pretty good amount of storage space for being a small crossover. Definitely pretty useful back here. And from here, you can even grab these handles and push the seats out of the way. And really opens up how much cargo area the Niro EV is gonna have. We have our button up above along with a grab handle. And then going into the interior, we can just grab these and lift them up. They really don't weigh much, so it's really easy to maneuver all the seats. But you're gonna see this light gray interior. We have the rear heated button right here, just some vinyl and plastic material. And then I like how you get the perforated material in the center. Pretty cool looking gray color with all the black accents. And then we get an armrest in the center with your two cup holders. You can see two storage areas on the back side of these seats, air vents, along with two different USB ports. And then if we go ahead and hop inside, at 5'11", it's not too bad. It's actually pretty decently comfortable, good legroom and good footroom. And as you can see, we have a pretty good view around with all the glass. I have a couple inches of headroom as well. So not too bad. Armrests are in a good place. The rear seats don't recline at all, so it feels a little straight up back here. However, for being a smaller vehicle, it's certainly doable. And if we go ahead and take a look at the driver's seat now, grabbing the door panel's finished off just like in the rear. All of your typical controls with two different memory seat options. And then inside we got power controls for the driver's seat, more of the smooth black vinyl, and the perforated gray vinyl in the center. Has a really unique design. I think I like the color combo. It's pretty cool looking. Two-spoke steering wheel as expected with your new Kia badge. And then hopping into the driver's seat now. All you gotta do is put your foot on the brake. Everything's gonna turn on. And then we can go ahead and take a look at everything. So we get a massive digital screen right in the center. It's a 10.2-inch screen. That is 10.2 as well. But you can see your speedometer along with your power indicator with your charge. And then using these icons, you can scroll left and right and see a few different things in each menu. You can continue over, see some safety items, digital speedometer, and then a few things we're gonna pop up. You do have paddle shifters, which are actually going to adjust your regenerative braking. You see that icon on the far right side. You can basically change how you would like it to work. Then we have Bluetooth and audio controls on the right, some cruise control setting, lane keeping, along with your forward pacing. And then this right here is your drive mode. It does a really cool depiction as well, just changing all of the graphics for different drive modes. And then on the right side, you can see this stock for the windshield wipers, and then turn signal and headlights on the left. We get your interior dimming along with traction control, one of your air vents, then some black vinyl plastic material all across the dashboard. One thing really cool, you can see this piano black. This is all illuminated. So depending on your drive mode, right now it's red for sport mode, then it gets kind of a green color for eco mode, and then it goes blue for normal mode. So really cool how this is all integrated with the screens and the ambient lighting. And then taking a look at the screen in the center, we have this EV icon. You can monitor just a few bit of things within the car. You have your home icon, along with the nav, climate control as well is going to come up with all of your different controls, which is super simple to navigate. And you can also swipe left and right and see a few different things. Going into reverse now, the backup camera is going to pop up with your parking sensors on the right, and then we have a different view as well. Then just tapping the P button, we're back into park. Beneath that, you have all your controls for climate. You can see how they're synced. You have dual zone, you have your temperature, air conditioning, and fan speed. When you toggle this icon, we are now looking at all your shortcuts for the screen itself. So a shortcut to map, navigation, radio, things like that, then toggling it easily back. So it's pretty cool how they've integrated this to do two different functions. Down below, we have a few different plugs, wireless phone charging, more of this piano black material. Then you even get heated and ventilated seating with a heated steering wheel. You have more controls on the right, parking sensors, shortcut to camera, your electronic parking brake, and then the cup holders are really cool. They can actually accommodate different sized bottles, just depending on how you have it. And then you just press these buttons and they spin out really quickly. We have a nice armrest with more of this vinyl, and then even more space down below. And then going over to the real glove box, popping this open, you have a pretty normal amount of space in there, as you're going to expect. So pretty good looking interior overall, not a bad place to be. Pretty good tech and everything. We have a lighter gray color for all the headliner material, a nice sunshade, your different dome lights, sunroof control, then your mirror even has garage door buttons. So with that said, let's take this EV for a spin. All right, so we are setting off now in the Niro EV in sport mode. You get just a little bit of torque steer. Being a front-wheel drive vehicle, it's really not all too fast. Every other electric car I've driven in, they seem to be like really performance focused. This is definitely more of the economical baby electric car. You know, of course you can get the EV6, which is Kia's bigger version of what the Niro EV is going to be. So this isn't all too fast in sport mode. I mean, obviously 7 seconds 0 to 60 and not all too impressive. However, it's peppy enough. I mean, we're getting up to speed 40 to 60, you know, just like that. So it's a nice, just kind of normal crossover to drive, I'd say. Visibility is really good, you know, huge glass windows and visibility over your shoulders. But honestly, really no complaints. It just kind of feels like a normal vehicle. The wind noise and road noise, I am shocked how nice and insulated it would be. The Niro in general is kind of more of their economy crossover. It's nothing too fancy. This one feels pretty solid and feels like a pretty nicely built vehicle. You do hear some wind noise. It's kind of windy out today, so you can hear some of that. However, it's actually pretty insulated and quiet and comfortable. Suspension's really soft, and it feels like a planted vehicle. Being an electric car, you know, you got those heavy batteries way down low, keeps that center of gravity pretty low, and honestly, it kind of helps with stability. You know, these don't really shake all over the place. So it's nice to be in this to where it just feels pretty normal. The seats are nice and comfortable to be in. Everything's easy to use, easy to reach. Armrests are in a good place. So it's a nice normal crossover, honestly, just to cruise around, do your day-to-day stuff, and really have no complaints with the normal driving. The braking system and the regenerative braking, I think I really like. You know, you can put it all the way up to the max, where when you take your foot off the throttle, we're slowing down and it's recharging a little bit. I kind of like it closer to 0, just to give it a little bit of resistance, but I like how you're able to adjust that. So it feels like a normal car to drive. There's nothing too crazy about it. And with the drive mode, it's nice to get that little extra push with sport mode. I mean, it certainly does add an extra little punch, but we're talking about less than 200 pound-feet of torque, so it's nothing like an EV6 is going to give you. But it's a good enough power blend. Now, eco mode itself, I would not drive in. It seems really, really slow if you're gonna be pulling out into traffic. I mean, I'm giving it half throttle, full throttle actually now, and finally we're starting to move. So normal mode, I seem to drive this in generally. It just feels pretty good. And then sport mode, if you gotta do a quick pass or get up to speed quickly, it gives you just enough power. So overall, it seems like a pretty nice normal crossover with that electric power plant, which is a pretty cool blend to see.